how's it going? Troy here. I am driving into work. It's the new year, January 3rd, and I'm kind of kicking around doing something drastic. I'm thinking about changing my channel name. If you've followed me for a while, you know Amy and I got into firearms back in 2020, and when I was getting into it, I thought this would be cool to document, kind of learning about it and being a noob and just kind of figuring it out. And I thought there are a lot of other people doing this too, so maybe they can relate. So that's why I looked and studied a little bit about like a YouTube channel, like what's a good name, and everything I was seeing was make sure it's clear what you're about. And so New Gun Nation is kind of, it was New Gun Guy 2020 when I first started, and I realized, okay, one, there's a date on it, so now we're in 2023, so that would be it's like 3 years old. So I got rid of the date, and then I thought the Gun Guy, this is kind of like typical, and I also wanted Amy to be involved in the channel.
It's cold out here.
So we just drove about a half hour, but what did we get?
9 mil.
How many?
200.
200 rounds. So I changed it to New Gun Nation because I was just like, instead of New Gun Guy 2020, New Gun Nation. I was surprised it wasn't taken. I liked the NGN, and I was able to do a logo, all that stuff. But here's what happened, and a lot of preppers will say that being a prepper led them into firearms. It was the opposite for me. Being into firearms actually made me start thinking about other things. Like when we took our concealed carry class, it was all about awareness and knowing what was going on and being prepared. And so I started kind of looking at everything else in life, and I have a video about like fire extinguishers, that kind of thing. Like you're more likely to have a fire than to have a firefight. So if you don't, if you have like all these guns, but you don't have a way of putting out a fire, or you don't have some food stored up, or water, more importantly, or a way to heat your house if the power were to go out. So you start kind of going down this rabbit hole, and you realize, man, guns are cool and fun, and they can be empowering, and they're a very important part of preparedness, but it's not everything. And that's why I haven't really done a gun video in over a year. And I keep saying there's one coming, and there is. I mean, I've got ideas for videos, but I'm thinking about changing my channel name because I don't feel like New Gun Nation really, one, I feel like it doesn't represent what I'm doing. It's kind of a bait and switch. If you think I'm a gun guy and like the last 20 videos I've put out have nothing to do with firearms, that's a little strange. And then two, I know that the whole firearms and even talking about pew-pews and is very, can be throttled pretty heavily by YouTube and by just people in general. If they see gun in a title, they're like not interested because they don't understand firearms. They're afraid of guns in general. And so that's kind of frustrating because I've really learned in the last 3 years that guns, if you know what you're doing with them, can be completely safe. They can be fun and empowering. They can bring people together. They can also defend your life. There's a lot to think about. All to say, I'm thinking about changing the channel name. I want your comments, not jokes, actual thoughts for a name that would work. I jokingly talked about New Prepper Nation in one of my videos when I said, that I'm not going to become a big prepper. But I think you need to be a little bit prepared. And I'm not starting a new channel called New Prepper Nation that I'm aware of. Well, I'm kind of like into being a prepper now. But here's the deal. I got a message from a gal who hammered me and said, what are you doing? Get your own channel. Quit trying to ride off the coattails of John. And I was like, I don't even know who John is. Of course, I did a search to kind of see, like, what is she talking about? And Prepper Nation, this guy named John, has a lot of followers. And I started following them. I'm like, it's super cool. And I messaged her back and said, hey, sorry, I wasn't trying to steal someone's name. I just thought, swapping out gun for prepper was kind of a cute, that was totally off the cuff. Anyway, so New Prepper Nation, probably not the best because it's close to Prepper Nation. Plus it also sounds like preparation, like Preparation H, New Prepper Nation. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to be like people looking for hemorrhoid cream showing up on my channel. So, all right, that's a long rant, but I'm thinking about changing my name to something with preparedness in it, kind of lose the gun thing, and I want to reach more people too. I'm not trying to be monetized. This isn't like a business venture, but I do, when I spend some time on these videos, I want to help people. I want to learn, and I get comments, and I learn stuff just from comments from people. Of course, I watch a ton of other channels, and I just want to be a part of the community. I want to be a part of the conversation, and I want to keep learning and growing. Anyway, super long video. I'm almost to work. Let me know what you think. I'd love to keep Nation in the name, I think. And like being new or relatively new to it, or having this be a new idea or a new way to think. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not afraid of the word prepper. I just don't want to have prepper and nation together maybe. Anyway, you're hearing me like think this out loud, and I just realized I haven't shaved my head in a while, and it's getting long. That's like hippie length. Look at that. All right, keep getting ready. I love you. Blessings. Help me pick out a new name. Bye. New Gun Nation. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video with somebody that could use it.